corrections for the things that I done wrong. Looking far, I come along, standing tall, I'm holding on. Cause these blessings is the only reason Busy B ain't gone. They wanna beat me, but they cannot take the shit that I seen. I son, the shit that I done seen, dog, you wouldn't believe. I swear I'm only getting started, got some chips in my sleeve. I'm just a young, broken soul out here chasing that cheese.
I learned my lessons in the trenches, stressing. Every day a opportunity to count my blessings. Mama, I got a confession, I'm out here finessing. I know how to whip and stretch it, even flip the extras. These hating niggas sitting watches, you would think we Netflix. I pray they never run up on us, cause we keep a weapon. All these shots that's in this Draco, you gon' get the message. We call my little homie Smitty, cause he keep a Wesson. Yeah, I'm going out of my mind. Take one day at a time, gotta stay on my grind. Yeah, I turn 8 into 9. I turn grapes into wine. You can hate, but that's fine. Yeah. And I put that on my soul. All these losses turn me cold. So much pain, it don't hurt no more. All these games gon' be
Learn a lot of lessons on this road. To progressions, yeah, I grown. Cause I gotta make corrections for the things that I done wrong. Looking far, I come along, standing tall, I'm holding on. Cause these blessings is the only reason Busy B ain't gone. They wanna beat me, but they cannot take the shit that I seen. I son, the shit that I done seen, dog, you wouldn't believe. I swear I'm only getting started, got some chips in my sleeve. I'm just a young, broken soul out here chasing that cheese.
All these lessons and blessings, man, it's kinda hard to pick and choose. Funny how I made it out with all the shit that I've been through. I was selling weed, my mom, she wanted me in school. Bankroll bad as hell, you know I didn't follow rules. I had to run this checkup, they say I done got blessed up. You wanna get your wreck up, we aiming at your neck up. Been lied to, been backstabbed, I cried to the best half. Really ain't with the chit chat, she's thick, you know I hit that. Stressing, I admit that, trying to find the right path. Mom said I'm proud of you, I'm overcoming obstacles. She licked me like a popsicle, I'm smoking something tropical. Lit up like the carnival, I get fly like a cardinal.
Things weighing on my soul, and I know I'm gonna fix it before I'm dead and I'm gone.
Learn a lot of lessons on this road. To progressions, yeah, I grown. Cause I gotta make corrections for the things that I done wrong. Looking far, I come along, standing tall, I'm holding on. Cause these blessings is the only reason Busy B ain't gone. They wanna beat me, but they cannot take the shit that I seen. I son, the shit that I done seen, dog, you wouldn't believe. I swear I'm only getting started, got some chips in my sleeve. I'm just a young, broken soul out here chasing that cheese.
And we're here live, Swizz and Pesci, Season 2, Episode 6. And obviously you can see we got my guy, longtime friend, up and comer. And man, we've been talking about getting you on for a minute. You know, we got a lot of history.
I feel like as soon as we talked about getting like guests on, you were like, Busy B, we gotta get Busy B on, we gotta get him on, that's my guy, that's gonna be a great episode. So I'm super excited for this episode, guys. It's a long time coming for sure.
Yeah, and I want to get right into it because we talked a little bit before we got on camera, but I want you to get into it, really get deep into it. How did this all start? Because I'm still unaware, and you know all the people might not know.
Right. Like basically, I just started writing, like, as a way to get my feelings out. Just not even started off as like music at first, just like writing thoughts in general. Just always on my phone though, never written on paper. Just like my thoughts. And then I started thinking like, what if I just do songs? You know what I mean? Just literally, just like that. And then my boy Ski, he was doing music at the time, and I was like just always behind him with it, like just trying to help out whatever way I could. And I was in the studio one time, and I'm like, why don't I just do a song that I wrote, and then it just ran from there, and I just never stopped. It's like.
So how did you meet Ski?
I've known Ski since I was in grammar school. We went to Montessori together, 32.
Okay.
That's where, honestly, like my core friend group is from there.
Okay. So you hopped on one of his songs?
No, I was just in his session. He was done with stuff. We had extra time, and I just recorded my first song. I didn't even end up ever using that song or anything. It was just like a experiment, you know. Yeah. But then from there, I found a producer I wanted to work with. Did my whole first album with him, and then just built from there.
So what was it like? Did you think like it sounded good enough where you thought like, all right, you know what, it sounds good, I can keep doing this? Or was it like wow, I really liked doing this, I want to keep doing it?
It was kind of a mixture of both. Like, yeah, my first song came out, like I said, we never used it. It was not like the quality I wanted it to be, but it definitely like sounded good, you know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see what I could do with it. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, so then my next question is, just give me step by step a little bit through the progression, because you went from recording because you had extra time in the studio
Right.
to now you're rapping on songs, and I
Yeah.
saw you opened. You had something going with Benny. It got pushed back, or what happened with that?
So originally it was supposed to be Dirk, Benny, and all that. Rolly
Yeah.
was supposed to perform that day too. That was in York, PA. That was back in November. That the whole show got canceled, and then me and Rolly, it just got postponed to, like, 3 weeks ago now. Me and Rolly ended up performing. Dirk didn't come, but it was just like Benny, Conway. It was like Buffalo Invasion of York.
Yeah.
That was fire though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really I knew I wanted to do it. Once I made my first song, I knew I'm like, okay, now we got to find a producer. And now I'm like more in it with Ski too. Like, okay, that studio is not where we want it to be. Like, we knew that was not like, they did like rock music, you know?
Yeah.
And so they didn't know how to mix like vocals and stuff for the genre we do. So I started like, you know, using my connections however I could. My dad knows a lot of people. So my dad's buddy Joe from We Us, he, I don't know if you guys know John Boy or not. He was like popping like a couple years ago. He did the Thought Walk thing or whatever. Yeah, We Us, they had a studio. So we went there. I recorded like, dude, I was going like at least twice a week for like 5 months. And we recorded my first album. There were some songs we didn't use, you know, like, but like solid 5 months recording, and we got that first one out. And then from there, I just wanted quality, keep getting better. That's when I linked up with my boy Dre with FYP Studios, Mix House, and that's where we are now, you know.
Yeah.
At Love Is Pain 2, he mixed and mastered everything on that. Versatile, my mixtape was like a mixture of some songs that we did with We Us and then some songs with Dre.
Okay. So, a little bit like Dom, Bank, all these people. How did you get onto all these different connections?
Yeah, so I've known Ryan my whole life, like literally my whole life, just as a kid. Like he's a little older than me.
I was gonna say that. Didn't he just turn 30?
Yeah, he just turned 30.
Okay.
So I know him like, we're both from Riverside. So I kind of just like always looked up to him, sort of. Like he's younger than my dad too. My dad just turned 40, so he's younger than my dad, but older than me. But like I know him just from like Riverside, pretty much.
Okay.
And then Dom, I know Dom from his girl Olivia. She was friends with my girl, and then just obviously that's how you become friends with your girl's friends, and she's friends with your friends.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
no,
that.
I feel that. Yeah. No, I feel that. So,
wait, before I got one
Yeah.
question. So, going back to like the relationships that you have with people. So we played lessons for them right before we got on, and you got Rick Hyde on that.
Yeah.
And what is that relationship with Rick Hyde? Only because I know his name just being associated with like BSF and all that stuff. So how's that relationship?
Yeah. Tony De Niro is my uncle. He's the creative director and manager of BSF.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I really just, like, we had the in with them, like, kind of off the rip, which helped a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's huge.
Like, I got a song with Flex and Young World. Those are both, like, the younger artists signed with BSF. And then it just kind of worked out that way. Yeah, Rick's a solid dude, though. Always been solid as hell.
Yeah, and he's got bars. That song, that shit was crazy, too. So that's dope, yeah.
Yeah, his album Plates 2 is out now, too. That shit's fire.
Yeah, I might to tune into that.
Thanks.
So in terms of upcoming projects, live performances, what do you got that you could give a sneak peek to the people that is in the works right now?
Right. As of right now, I've been just trying to like network. Like once I dropped Love Is Pain 2 in October, that was pretty much like the rest of my music. I have like stuff with people, but nothing like of my own right now. Like I've been collecting beats and like still trying to write and stuff like that. But right now I'm just trying to network, get as seen as much as possible, try to perform. If it's got to come my way. Just
that's like with anything. Like you just said, like you had to end with, your uncle, so that opened some doors. That's what I always tell him. It's about who you know.
Definitely.
Don't burn no bridges. Make these relationships.
Definitely.
Because, that's the way you're gonna make it. Like people say, like, oh, it's handouts. No, it's not. Because the way you carry yourself, people want to help you.
Definitely.
And then obviously you always return the favor. Like you were, like with Dom, like you helping him. Because that's what he told us.
For sure.
So.
I had to learn that the hard way, though, not to burn your bridges, though, because I feel like I used to do that shit so often. I learned that from my principal at O'Hara, though. Sitting in school suspension, he's like, dude, that's one of the most important things. You do not want to burn no bridges with people you have. Like, even if it's, like, something bad going on right at that point, don't burn your bridges because then, bro, that's a connection you'll never have again in your life.
You never know when you're going to need somebody. It can always be the most random. Like, even, for instance, just because he's here, AJ, like, he moved away, and I truly like he left, and I didn't know if he was ever gonna come back, honestly.
Right.
You know. And he left me with all his movies. That was the funny thing. He said, yo, Aunt, I got 2 big garbage bags full of movies, DVDs. He's like, I got 2. So I got all these movies. And I'm holding on to them, but in my head, I'm like, he might never come back.
Right.
And then I don't know what happened. One day, I seen something. He's back. He's got this shop. And now, ever since that, we've been right back on it like before. And like, he helps me out in so many different ways. I mean, obviously, we're recording here in the shop.
So dope,
but like, he looks out for me and Joey every single day. So,
it's mad dope.
You know, it's just, I feel like the way you treat people is huge. Like,
you
never know when you're going to need somebody.
Definitely.
And, man, we're here, busy on here. If we had Marcus, if we would have had Marcus to be behind it. Markazi.
God bless his soul. God bless his soul. So, before he jumps into anything sports related, anything what he's got going on, I just want to let you guys know that I am 4-0 in my last 4 fantasy games. I started 0-6. I've been out of playoff contention for the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks now. But I told you guys 3 or 4 weeks ago that it's not over. I'm not losing out. I've won the last 4. My last 2 games are promising. So just an update for you guys, because everybody was violating me when we first started. There was no cameras. It was just us sitting at my house recording with the, Boz's little microphone. And every week, I just get like, bro, your fantasy team's garbage. Your fantasy team's garbage. Why can't you win a game? Why are you losing games by 3-4? And I'm on a 4-game win streak, so talk about that. What's going on?
Okay.
I just had to talk my shit.
I got blown out this week, too.
He sucks.
I'm
bad
I
now.
beat him last week, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of playoffs in every league I was in.
Yeah.
I did like 4.
You did before? See, I used to do like 2, 3, 4 leagues, and then now I have my own league. I just focus on that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
easier to just do one league, 1 or 2, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think of course, I faced the guy who scored 180 points.
Yeah.
So I got
like that though. It'd be
I
like
got
that.
blown out.
Because not like you didn't score 196 against me, so
right.
It'd be like that.
So not to prey on anybody's downfall, but I'm really hoping Stack loses this week. Like he's got some players playing tonight. Stack, I'm hoping you shit the bed, bro. Because if Stack wins, I'm out of playoffs. If he loses, I'm in. So
if Stack wins, we might have to get him on next week just because of that. Let's go Stack.
So there's so much. I feel like there's another thing I want to talk about. So, Mushy B.
Yes, sir.
It's 2-parter. So first off, would you consider yourself more of like your genre, like rap or like R&B?
It's really a mix, honestly.
Yeah.
I try to say it's more like I put the last album as R&B or soul.
Okay.
Like, I kind of like try to think of it more of like a soul music. You know what I mean? Because like when I write and shit, that's where I feel like it's coming from, straight out my soul. So, kind of like that.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think it's kind of refreshing because, not that like that rap's bad, but like there's a lot of people trying to rap.
For
and
sure.
Like, and when you're doing lyrics, there's got to be something that separates you. And I feel like just the way you deliver and your type of music is kind of refreshing for this scene in Buffalo. There's not a lot of people doing what you're doing.
I just try to have a lot of meaning behind my stuff. Like I mean, I'll do verses that are just fun and like get in there and just get lit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like for my core music, I want it to mean something, I want somebody to get something out of it when they listen to it.
I feel like right now that's what's separating you from a lot of everybody else in Buffalo because, like Swizz said, everybody's just rapping. And I feel like a lot of people right now are just rapping just to rap. Like, it's just to get the clout, it's just to get their name out there, and there's no real, like, passion and, like, want to be a rapper behind it.
That's a fact.
Where I can see with you, it's definitely different. You want to,
Right.
you want to inspire people, and that type of music's, like you said, it's just different. You don't hear that
For
a lot.
sure.
And to give people that type of, like, variety of shit, it's just amazing. So,
I appreciate it.
Shit, man, for real.
For sure.
So would you say, like, what would your goal be right now? Like, obviously you said right now you're trying to build different connections and keep getting your name out there. But, like, long term, because this is, from what you just said, this is what you want to do. Like, this isn't your side thing on top of something else. This is your main thing. And everything
for sure.
else
Everything
is your
else is going to this, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my end goal is, like, I don't really, like, seek an end goal. Like, I kind of just want everything to flow naturally with how it's supposed to, But, I mean, obviously I would love to be one of the biggest artists in the world and everything like that, but I'm going to sit here and do what I have to do to make that happen. I know it's not just going to happen just by me wanting it, so I have to grind for it.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel in terms of, like, doing a live performance in terms of your confidence level? Like, are you still, I mean, obviously, like, the bigger the venue, every time it's going to be more chills, but, like, how did, like, tell me where you're at with that, because I know that's definitely a wall that you got to get over.
Honestly, like, so my first live performance ever was across the street here with Demir when he did the poetry thing, which that was super dope. And that was, like, the most nervous I've been. And it was probably one of the smallest venues, you know? Yeah. Like, there's probably 75 people in there. But once I actually hit a stage, like, when I went to Rec Room and opened for, I can't think of his name. Jody Hyde, Riff Raff. Yeah. Like, bro, I wasn't nervous at all.
Riff Raff?
Yeah. I was not nervous at all.
You opened for Riff Raff?
Yeah, at Rec Room. It was...
When was this?
My most fun show I had. It was in the summer, right? I think. Yeah, it was this summer.
I'm so far behind and everything. This is the problem.
Dude, that was literally probably, I would say, my most fun show. So I did that one. I wasn't nervous at all.
How long was your set? Sorry, I'm just
no, it's good. 15 minutes. Me and Ski did 2 together, so I probably did 12 minutes, like, total myself.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I was on both songs with Ski, so I did the whole 15
minutes.
Yeah,
no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So yeah, that was 15 minutes, and then we did I had a set, opening for Rick Hyde. He did an album drop here. I wasn't nervous at all for that. Like, I just haven't been nervous at all. Once, like, I hit the stage,
huge,
I know, honestly,
huge.
I was, like, more scared getting there. Like, you know, once I got there and, like, I'm like, okay, it's time to perform. Like, I don't know, it probably is just the adrenaline, but really it's just, like, I wasn't nervous. Like, I just wanted to do it, you know?
I feel like that's how you know you have confidence in your stuff.
Yeah.
And that it's not just you writing some random stuff down and it's really has meaning behind it.
It's easy to have confidence in it when it's like, when it is what it is, when it's true and like when it's like just natural, that it's easy to be confident with it.
Yeah. So I just got it because Riff Raff. So when you opened for Riff Raff, did you get to like talk to him at all or hang out after, or it was just
so not really.
business?
So Riff Raff show we had to leave a little early. Things were about to get bad. Like
it was one of those.
It was one of those. it was time to go.
It was one of those.
It was time to go.
Yeah, I always tell people like you got to know when it's time to get
for
out.
Sure.
When shit's about to hit the fan.
Definitely.
Wow, that'd have been crazy though. Riff Raff, to me, like I've watched a lot of his interviews and stuff just like over the years. He seems like a pretty cool. Like,
oh, he's definitely cool, but he's got a crazy personality, bro. Like
yeah.
It's lit. Like,
yeah. So, before we jump into the sports segment, I want to ask you a couple of things. Your girl's here with us. You asked me if you could bring her, which honestly, I gotta say, that right there alone showed me. I'm like, man, these two are, like, for real, because, like, I'm not even going to get into that, but just go into a little bit about, like, first off, I don't even know how long you guys have been together. So tell me that.
8 years.
8 years. So she's been here from this whole journey, pretty much.
Everything.
From when you started this to now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
she's
just
been here longer than that.
Yeah. Like, give me a little bit on, like, how she supports you. What does she think about this? Do you guys have any, like arguments or disputes on like where you want to go, or is she fully on board with because like there's reality of paying bills and then there's reality of having a dream. So like how does that work?
I mean, it's good now. At first it was like iffy, like, oh, you want to have girls in your videos and shit like that, but now it's cool. Like, I mean, the type of music I make, most of the time I could just have her in it, but she's cool with me even having other girls in the video and stuff now, so she supports me, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been together 8 years since 8th grade.
Damn.
8th grade.
It's a long ass
You went to O'Hara for high school.
Yep.
You know my cousin Angelina?
Angelina Milky?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in chorus with me.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was 2 grades ahead of me.
She is, because she's 25. So, yeah, she is.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Although we might have to tell the fans about the Bills game, bro.
I want no part of that conversation.
The Bills game. Ooh.
But I had to ask. Devin Rose, because he was in her grade, I think, at Cardinal O'Hara. Maybe he was a year above her. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Devin's about to be 30, bro.
No,
right?
he's not. He's about to be 27.
No, he said he was creeping up on 30.
He been saying that since he was 23.
I was just saying, bro,
Devin,
he's been saying he's 30 for the last, like, 2 years.
Nah, he's like 26 or 27.
Right,
Devin, he ain't that much older, but... Okay. We got that out the way.
Shout out to Chorus, though. We won States 2016.
He said shout out to
States
Chorus.
for Chorus, hell yeah. We got the vocals right here, for real, bro.
Yo, Roland. Always shout out to chorus.
For real though, honestly, I don't know if I would ever pursue music if I didn't just get thrown into chorus my freshman year.
Did you have like a good like chorus instructor? Like did you really mess with her?
Yeah, my man's Mr. K. Come on, that was my
K.
boy.
Mr. K.
Yeah, he ended up leaving my senior year, which sucked because we won everything my junior year, and I thought we were gonna have another repeat of that, but senior year I didn't even barely go to school, so it was like
We both know about that too, right?
Yeah.
But all right. Well, so what you got sports for us today, Swizz? Because this where I soar at. I'm okay at interview questions, but this where I'm.
You know what the people are saying? More Pesci, more Pesci,
Listen,
more Pesci.
they're saying more Pesci, more Pesci. We gotta give them more Pesci, more Pesci, more Pesci. All right. Everybody asks me, more Pesci. You gotta get more Pesci. Do this, do that, do that.
Yeah,
I give it to you.
Pretty soon, season 3 might be the Pesci show. They might kick me off. But it's going
time. I got it. Don't worry. I got y'all.
So, basically, you guys are gonna be driving buses. And
ride the bus for the fans, just because he just jumped into it without saying it.
This is Ride the Bus. And last time, Joey was supposed to post it so we could decide who had the better team. He kind of dropped the ball on that. But every week we get better, and this time we will do it. So the fans are going to decide who's got the better squad. You guys are each going to get 2 of every position. There's 25 stops. And there is the secret Swizz pick in there.
So
the Swizz pick, you don't know who it is.
Before we get into this, I'm going to be willing to bet you the Swizz pick is one of 3 people. Raymond Felton, Langston Galloway, or Sam Decker. One of the 3. I'm telling you guys right now, the Swizz pick is going to be one of those 3. And if it's not, I'm not. I was going to say some real foul shit.
Okay, before we even get into it now, shout out to my boy Langston.
No.
Shout out to Langston Galloway. He's an animal.
No way.
He's an animal.
This dude's been talking about Langston Galloway for fucking 4 years.
Langston,
even longer.
I'm not 100%, but I think he still's got the 3-point record at St. Joseph's College. Your college. St. Joseph's College.
Shout out St. Joseph's College.
St. Joseph's College.
What the fuck does that mean? What does his NBA resume stand for?
Well,
nothing.
He dunked on.
Yo, all right, that's going to go on the Instagram. I'm going to share a video on our Instagram of a video that Swizz thinks somebody got dunked on. He thinks that Langston Galloway...
You should share that.
He thinks Langston Galloway dunked on Dwight Howard and Josh Smith, and it didn't happen. He got a good
a putback.
He got a good, clean putback, and Josh Smith and Dwight Howard were both at least 4 or 5 feet away from him. I'm going to post it on Instagram, and I need your guys' help to violate, because he's been making this case for years that Langston Galloway's got some crazy putback badge. No, he doesn't.
Listen.
No, he doesn't.
Why you got this?
He's switching Langston Galloway. Bro, he's switching the Swizz pick. He's switching the Swizz pick. I'm telling you, because I called it out.
I'm not switching it.
I'm telling you, because it was Sam Decker. I'm not stupid, man.
All right. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you understand the concept?
Yeah.
Okay, because once you take someone, you can't switch. That's why he's got to be careful. There's 5 of every position, just so you know, in the whole route. Okay.
Oh wait, you have players I have to draft from?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
Okay, yeah.
So like he's gonna go like
and
each stop.
It's every player. It's in their prime, and it's all-time players too. So you're talking about this player in their prime.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Our first stop, we're pulling up to a point guard. You just named him Raymond Felton.
I'm not.
Ray Felton.
Surprised. I'm not.
You're not taking Ray Felton in his prime?
Nobody's taking Ray Felton in his prime. No way.
Hey, you passing out Ray Felton?
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Oh man. I knew he was on this list, guys. I knew he was on the fucking list.
My boy Ray Felton. Shout out to 2014 Knicks. But all right, number 2, we get to the next stop. It's a center by the name of Nikola Jokic, MVP last year. Are we taking him? We passing on him? What do we think?
You think I went first, last one? What are you thinking?
I'll take him.
He's taking him. We got first center taking Jokic.
I was calling for Jokic's MVP season 3 years ago, and he got it last year, so I'm gonna take Joker.
You taking him too?
A
lot of centers out there. All right, taking him first.
It's a lot of centers. It's MVP.
All right. Next stop, Joey's boy, Paul George, shooting guard. We taking him? We passing. I'm busy, so we pass.
I'm taking him.
He's passing.
Prime PG was 3rd in MVP rating.
You're taking him, Joe?
What's Prime PG though? Indiana, right?
So yeah, I would.
Gotta be.
No, you're right.
Indiana, right?
No, you're right. What is it though? So you're taking him?
Yeah, I'm taking PG.
Okay.
Wait. Is it? So Prime PG? Are we going Indy PG? Or are we going MVP season? OKC PG?
Listen, you can call it whatever you want.
Either way, I'll take it.
Okay.
PG's a bucket.
We know what Paul George is.
PG's a bucket.
Okay, he's still
PG's a
playing
fucking
now.
bucket. Yeah, he's a bucket.
All right, next stop we got Paul Millsap in his prime. He's a power forward. Busy's not impressed. Not impressed with the Millsap pick. He don't like the Atlanta Hawks season.
He's a solid player, but
He thinks
there's
there's
got to
better
be more
out there,
guys
so
on the list.
He's very patient. See, I like that. Busy's patient.
I'm good on it, but I feel like I'm gonna double back and be like, damn, I should pick him as my backup 4, but that's
Okay.
all right. That's all right.
All right, now we got
Skipping him.
the next one, Anthony Edwards, young boy, small forward.
I'm gonna pass on him only because I feel like
AJ says no.
to put a rookie on your list, you gotta have like, Bron's gotta be on there.
Okay.
Julius Irving caliber type legends gotta be on there. So I'm gonna pass on Edwards.
Is he
He's a bucket.
Small
for
forward
sure.
is labeled
Yes.
as? Okay, I'm gonna pass too.
You gonna pass?
Yeah.
All right, I respect it. So then we go to another small forward, Andrew Wiggins. And if you passed on Edwards,
Yeah,
probably passing on
Yeah,
Wiggins.
Good on
I'm passing
Wiggins.
as well.
Prime.
Prime Wiggins.
Either
Although
way,
he's hooping
whatever-
right
whatever
now.
you want to
though.
call
It's
it.
like
I mean, you call it
this
now, you
this
call it
season might be
Minnesota.
his prime season right now. He's fucking hooping right now.
Okay, so you both passing. AJ is hesitant. All right, next we got shooting guard for James Harden. What do we think?
James Harden.
I'm taking him too.
Both taking him.
Harden.
Ooh.
All day.
Damn, do we have the same team right now?
No,
That's how it
because
was.
now
He's
got
Joey,
PG. He's got
Joey
PG.
is
No, I got
already
PG.
capped out at shooting guards.
Yeah, I'm good
so
with
you're
that.
going to miss out on the
I'm good
rest
with
of the
that.
shooting guards.
I'm good with that because
So-
James Harden's MVP season's unmatched.
Busy's
scoring-wise.
banking
agree.
on a better shooting
Oh,
guard.
Michael
spot.
Jordan's gonna be on this list. I'm gonna be absolutely sick to my stomach, but that's fine. Either him or Kobe, but that's fine. That's
So,
fine. I'll take
next we
Harden
got-
and PG.
Point guard Steve Nash.
Taking him.
Taking him instant.
I'm gonna pass on Steve Nash.
Wow.
Steve
Takes
Nash, I'm a
Paul
pass.
George, passes on Steve Nash.
Good.
Wow.
Top 5 point guard all time.
I agree.
Top 5 point guard all time.
put him in
Absolutely.
there.
But I don't understand if you're
Absolutely.
passing, you're assuming that the other 4 are on here.
I'm banking. I'm
Okay,
banking.
all right.
Don't worry about
He's
my
got faith
squad.
in the
Don't worry
Swizz
about my
list.
squad. I don't have faith in the Swizz list, but
Oh, okay.
I got.
All right.
I'm hoping. I'm hopeful.
All right,
There's no
next
faith.
we got another center in his prime, Boogie Cousins. What do we think?
Pass.
Pass it on Boogie.
I'll pass on
JoJo.
Boogie.
Pass
I'll
on
but
Boogie.
Prime
Okay.
Boogie was a dog. He was a dog. So
AJ says pass. All right, next
I'll
we
pass
got
on him, yeah.
prime, Dwight Howard. What are we thinking,
Ooh.
boys?
And
You
that's
guys
a-
both only have one center spot left.
how many centers? Can we ask how many centers have already been
I
named?
think it was just 2.
This is the third one. There's 2 more left out there on the whole list.
I'm gonna pass on.
I'm
Dwight.
gonna take him.
He's taking.
I'm gonna take him.
You know what?
He single-handedly brought that team straight
we're,
to the
we're talking
chip.
about
Like
prime Dwight Howard.
they only
Oh,
lost
that-
because of Kobe.
That
Let's be
4
honest.
that
Like,
4 or 5 years in Orlando like solidified his Hall of Fame right
oh
there
yeah,
to me.
for sure.
Absolutely.
So we got a 4, and it's Anthony Davis.
I'll take AD. I'll take AD in his prime.
I love the Lakers.
Hell no.
I love the Lakers,
Ooh.
but he. I mean, nah, I'm not taking him.
Passing on AD.
Passing on him.
Okay.
Prime AD on the Pelicans.
That is only the second
All
power
day.
forward on the list, so there's 3 more out there. The next one is in their prime, Andre Miller, point guard.
No good.
I'll pass too. He's a great passer.
Andre Miller was a dog.
I mean, he's a great passer. Plays great defense.
Yo, I used to love. Shout out Andre Miller when he was 43 playing for the Knicks.
That shows where the Knicks franchise has been. That just shows you guys where the Knicks franchise has been. The
Yo,
last
we had
10
the oldest
fucking
team in the
years.
league that year. We had Andre Miller. We had
Was that the year you guys had Noah too?
we had Baron Davis. We had
What about the oldest rookie?
Marcus Camby.
Pablo Prigioni was
Yeah,
in that squad?
Pergioni.
Come on.
Pergioni.
Oldest
Yeah.
rookie ever.
So no one's impressed with Andre Miller. I know Joey's gonna take this next one. We got power forward Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta get him too.
Okay,
Give me
both of them
Dirk.
are taking
Give me
Dirk.
Dirk.
Got to.
I like not to get sidetracked off of the game that we got going, but I think Dirk with his 1 championship ring in 2011, that 1 ring to me puts him as the greatest power forward of all time. That's no disrespect to Tim Duncan and what he was able to
Indeed.
accomplish in San Antonio, but what Dirk was able to do against that stacked Miami Heat team, greatest power forward of all time for me. Absolutely.
That was a great series.
That I kind of agree with that. It's between obviously Duncan,
Yeah, them
Garnett,
two.
and him. Like I think
Oh,
Garnett's
KG,
Garnett's
yeah, no,
even up
KG
there.
definitely,
He's
Yeah.
my
yeah,
guy.
KG definitely
Thank you
should
for
get
putting
credit
some
up there.
respect
But I
on
put
KG.
Dirk up there too.
Yeah.
So Joey is tapped at power forward and shooting guard,
Okay.
and Busy is only tapped at center right now.
Right.
Next pick, we've already passed the halfway point now.
Okay.
We got shooting guard in his prime, another Maverick, Sean Marion. What are we thinking?
I can't take a shooting guard, so I'll have to.
I love Sean Marion. Dude, I love that 2011 Mavs team. I'm not going to lie.
Beast,
I called it from the beginning of that season. Like, that was my favorite team to play with on 2K. I'm like, these boys about to win a chip. I don't know why, but they are.
Terry, Jason Terry.
But I am going to pass on Sean Marion.
I'll play Ron.
I will pass on him.
You going to pass?
Yeah.
So do you regret passing now? I mean, do you regret having George or Harden over
Marion? No.
Okay,
no.
all right.
But like I said, though, I'm fully expecting one of the 2 greatest shooting guards of all time to be on there. So that's all right, though.
Next, we have small forward LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm taking him.
Joey's thinking about it.
For sure.
That's a no-brainer.
Man.
There's nobody better.
If you pass on LeBron,
I'll take him.
I would say, like, if this was maybe, like, the first couple picks, fine, but we're halfway.
No, yeah, I'll take
Ron.
That's just disrespectful if I pass him down now.
Come on. That's some serious foul. All right, next we got, in their prime, point guard Darren Williams.
I don't have a point guard right now, right?
You do not.
I'll take D-Will.
There is
2 left after.
So you really don't have a choice.
I'll take D-Will, and he's my backup. I'm already saying that now. He's my backup.
I love Darren Williams. Honestly, he's one of my favorite point guards, but I'm going to pass just because I'm intrigued to see what the other 2 are.
Okay.
One day he just stopped playing good. Like, he was great, and then just one day he was like, yeah, you know what, I don't feel basketball anymore.
Yeah, that's
I'm not feeling it no more.
So, next we got shooting guard, which Joey can't grab, is Klay Thompson.
Oh, I mean.
And there's one more after this?
Shooting guards, there is one more after this.
I'm passing.
You're passing on Klay.
I'm passing on Klay.
Ooh, that's
I'm passing
tough.
on Klay.
Okay. Next we got center, LaMarcus Aldridge in his prime.
I don't want him, man. I can't get him.
If I'm being completely honest with you, prime LaMarcus Aldridge for me is him playing the 4.
I know what you're saying.
In Portland, but how many centers have we gotten through? 4. That's the 4th one.
There's one more after LaMarcus Aldridge.
And I only have one with Jokic.
You have one currently.
I'm gonna pass on Aldridge and hope that the next one's solid.
Okay.
Good call.
The next player is a power forward. It is my boy, Julius Randle.
I'm taking him. I'll take him.
I like that. I like that, my boy Busy.
He's a Laker by blood. Come on, man.
Do we got more power forwards left,
Next
right?
Nation. Power forwards, there is one more power forward left.
I'm gonna pass on Jay.
Well, you already have 2, so you.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you're capped at power forward and shooting guard.
Okay.
And Busy is capped at power forward and center.
All right.
All right, next we have
the best positions.
the
right
last
there.
point guard. You both have to take. You guys are smart to hold out. It's Chris Paul in his prime.
Okay.
All right, there you go. I'm taking that.
How could you get mad with that?
When is Chris Paul's prime? I really don't know. Cause like, I feel like he digressed, but not really.
I feel like this
I
last
wanted
year.
to say New Orleans, but like.
Well, no, these
I
last.
kind of think Lob
years
City
was-
might have been.
Like, I'm a huge Clippers fan, so like Lob City was what made me fall in love with the Clippers.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they weren't able to piece that together maybe is gonna like negate that for me. But I like what you, bro. Last year with the Suns, like he was fucking unstoppable. He was
Them
unstoppable.
boys are hot.
I think that the few years I thought I used to talk a lot of smack about like how he's overpaid was those years in Houston. Like
oh yeah, and I don't think
when that
any
happened,
guard
I
would work
thought
out
that
with
his career was done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think he's definitely brought his career back
For
with
sure.
Phoenix
Yeah.
for sure.
I think it's between last year in Phoenix and then his couple years in New Orleans. Yeah.
So this next player is the last shooting guard. B, you have to take it. It is unfortunately Eric Gordon. So you definitely passed on Klay Thompson for Eric Gordon.
Okay.
It happens.
Eric Gordon's still a dog though.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, in his prime, he had some really good years.
That's your backup. That's your backup too. So you're good. You're
Behind
good.
James Harden, that was pretty much their
Klay,
Houston
though?
team.
Yeah,
right
for
there.
real.
Six
Yeah.
man. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Swizz pick, and you both are able to take it because it's a small forward. Are you gonna take the Swizz pick or are you gonna pass? There is another small forward out there. So it's up to you. Do you trust the Swizz, or do you want to pass and take that last?
I'm taking the Swizz. I'm not taking it. No way. This is two times in a row that the guests took the Swizz pick and they're gonna get fucked. Because now you got passing. I'm passing on the Swizz pick. Watch who he gives you now. Watch.
The greatest Olympic basketball player of all time.
Oh no! Damn, I passed up on him. Damn.
Carmelo Anthony.
Damn, I already do.
No,
let's get it.
Damn.
In his prime.
Let's get it. I'm happy with Melo.
I thought the Swizz pick was for sure legs to go. I thought for sure.
I knew he was going to give me a good one.
So the next one is a power forward. You guys are capped. It was Kevin Love in his prime. Good.
Who I got? Dirk and Julius Randle?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
The last player on the list. Wait a second. Hold on. We passed DeAndre Ayton. I'm sorry. Joe, you have to take DeAndre Ayton. That was the last one.
Okay.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's,
I'm fine with that.
That's
I'm
Joey's
with that.
last.
He ain't stopping Dwight, though.
No.
Yeah,
but,
no.
But he's not, bro. He's a very promising young guy in the
sure.
league right now. Dude,
the Suns team in general is good, man. They're good.
They're a lot of really
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last stop on the ride.
They gotta go through Golden State. That's what that is now.
Don't sleep on the Lakers in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's without Clay, so that's no problem. That's no problem. You know how I feel about Clay and Wiseman. As soon as they come back, Golden State's not losing any fucking games. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes.
You ready for the last stop?
Is it? We both have to take this one.
No,
right?
no. He has.
I'm good. Yeah, I got
This
my
is what
spot.
you have to take. It's
Okay.
the last stop. It is you. I don't even know if you know this guy. Small forward Larry Bird.
Larry Legend, let's go!
Come on, the hick from the French lick.
Larry Legend, I'll take it. I'll take Larry Legend all day.
I'm not gonna lie. Just looking at these off a glance,
They both look good.
they look good. You guys both have a couple holes. Like you got Darren Williams, you got Eric Gordon. But all in all, I'm excited to see what the fans pick.
Me
Yeah,
too.
hell
It's gonna be close.
Pesci's polls, watch out for it. I'll get it out tonight. For you guys.
So, that's Ride the Bus. I want to say this Friday, DG's got this song coming out, and I'm excited to hear it.
Hell yeah.
December 17th.
Fire.
You
heard it already?
You
I
heard
was
it?
in the studio.
Oh,
I was with him.
So
Hell
B,
yeah.
B is telling you already that you got to listen
Fire.
to it. You got to tune in.
Absolutely.
So definitely this Friday, look out for it. All platforms.
Yes, sir.
DG, was it OG Nike and Bank?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those three. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be coming out. And, man.
So we're gonna talk about the Bills at all?
What do you-
at all? Because that's the one
Can
thing
we talk
that
about Dallas?
that's the one thing that a fan
played
requested to
good.
me this week, guys, is that we talk about the Bills in this barbershop.
I would love to talk about it. I'd love to talk about Dallas. I don't really want to talk about.
So
What do you want me to? Joe, you lead this whole thing.
okay,
I'll say.
so we watched the game together. And after watching the game together, when is it time to finally admit that the Bills need a true RB1? Devin Singletary
It's not a running back.
had
Oh my God.
had multiple very good carries in that game against Tampa Bay. But if you have a true RB1, Swizz, they didn't hand the ball off in the first half at all. Their first designed run play was like 5 minutes into the third quarter, bro. It's not. If you guys had a number one, like a solidified RB1, I feel that they definitely, like with how they played, they definitely would have won that game. Like, granted, I wish that their defensive line was better. And Oliver was an absolute fucking no-show in that game against Tampa. And the last 2 weeks, we've seen that the Bills can't stop anybody running. You could put fucking me back there in Tim's, and I'm fucking running for 100 yards. That's what it looks like. That's what I had 3 people hit me up on Sunday, and they were like, Joe, I know you don't play football anymore, but throw some pads on your blocking next week. Like, swear to God, bro. Like, what is... So my question for you is, in the offseason, where do you guys go, offense or defense? You guys go running backs and the offensive line? Or do you go D-line, and as much as I like their linebackers, they could probably use some better linebackers?
What do you think, Busy?
Their secondary's solid.
I say running back first. I mean,
Are we talking about draft or free agency? That's what I need.
Either or for me, because I feel like there's not going to be a lot of running backs that the Bills can take coming out of the draft that can instantly change their team in terms of come in and be a running back one. But if you have an opportunity to get a guy in the draft that Singletary can still take the majority of the snaps and the rookie can learn from Singletary and then eventually take the RB1 spot, then, you go through the draft. But if you have the potential to get, like a Devonta Freeman, you get somebody that, not per se that's going to come in and Dalvin Cook it and change your whole game, but if you get somebody that's at least better than what you guys got right now, I really don't have any faith in their running game at all.
Mm-mm.
As much he loves Singletary. That's all. It's a personal thing. Singletary hasn't shown anybody really anything all season.
I was saying it yesterday. I think he doesn't start anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Any other team he's
not
not starting. I don't like him either. Sorry.
I'm glad that we're all on the same page and it's just him because it's inevitable. It's inevitable. So what do you think? So going into the off season, where you coach Swizz, where are you looking at off season wise for the Buffalo Bills?
I'm using my first round pick.
Say it with your chest. Let the people know. Say don't. I'm using my first round pick. Say it with your chest. Let them know. What are you guys doing?
I'm taking an interior offensive lineman.
Okay, I like that.
A guard. That's what I'm doing.
I like that.
Okay. Then in the second round, I would go and draft a corner or a safety. Probably a safety because Poyer and Hyde are both hitting their 30s. So you got to have a safety to learn behind them.
They're still good, though.
As
No,
I
they
said,
are.
they both have
No.
two out of the top 5 best defensive efficiency ratings.
Listen, I'm
in the
not
league right now.
doubting their greatness. They are
Yeah.
great. I'm just saying, if it's me, I'm drafting for the future. Okay. In the third round, I'm drafting a linebacker because I don't know if we're going to pay Tremaine yet. That's
Oh
still
my
on the
gosh,
table.
that's my least favorite player on the Bills. I hate Tremaine Edmonds. Hate him.
I like Tremaine.
Dude, sucks. Can't catch. Slow. Like, I don't know. He's bad.
Who we talking about?
Tremaine Edmonds.
This guy.
And I liked him a couple, like, when we got him, like, okay, this guy's going to be good. And then he's just there,
So you're saying that you don't think they're going to pay him? They're going to let him walk?
I would.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going to do because the Bills are always hit or miss with me, but I think I would let him go.
You talking about the middle linebacker, right?
Yeah.
He's a liability.
Yeah, I
He's
think
a
so,
He
too.
was exposed yesterday.
Yeah.
You know I don't like the Bills, but I watch football. The middle was
Last
Alano
2 weeks.
stepped up.
Last 2 weeks.
but Edmonds gotta go. Bro.
Well, I think that we've missed on. Here's where I'm at. I'm not going to draft another defensive lineman in the first round if I'm Brandon Bean because we've missed on our last 3 years drafting defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Oliver, Epineza, Rousseau, Basham. We have, with all of those guys, we still can't get any pressure with 4-man rushing.
That's all you were saying to me yesterday.
When you see teams like Cleveland, teams like the Rams, these teams that can just send 4 and get pressure on the quarterback, that is when you can force turnovers.
Teams
We
like
didn't
the
force
Cowboys.
any turnovers last night. 0 turnovers were
Yeah.
forced. And if you're going up against a quarterback like Tom Brady, it's going to take a lot for him to throw an interception.
Right.
But if he's got all day in the pocket, he definitely ain't throwing no interception.
You're just shredding
Okay.
you guys because of that.
So that's where I'm at. I'm not. If you want me to know, I've been saying this. You already know. I know you watch the show. Singletary's my guy. Singletary is averaging 4.6 yards a carry. Dable doesn't run the ball. He was really, really good in the passing game last night.
Yeah,
And he's a very good blocking running back. He made some huge blocks in the second half that saved so many throws that Josh made. I don't have any faith in Moss, although I don't think he's trash. I
don't think he's
haven't
trash.
seen nothing from him. And Breida, we know what he could do. I have nothing against him either. But to me, Singletary should be the every down back.
I know we don't normally do this, but I want to do this really quick. I want to read some of these comments for you. So you
Oh,
can
hell
see
yeah.
what I
Okay.
see.
Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that.
Robbie, I don't know how to say your last name.
Slowinski, my
Slowinski
guy.
Jr.
My
I was gonna
guy.
say Robbie Jr. But Robbie is saying Edmonds is a tackling machine in his opinion, but man can't tackle inside 5 yards half of the time. And he said I would love a Darius Leonard.
Oh, that'd be huge for you guys.
I think anybody would want a Darius
Yeah,
Leonard. I
that'd
mean,
be
Darius
huge.
Leonard is an all-pro.
Alex Smith said, let's be honest, guys, the Bills aren't it. It's Alex Smith. Zach, I don't know how to say his last name, but I'll just say Zach M. You guys know him?
McGavro?
McGavro.
Okay.
my
What does
guy.
McGav say?
Said, what a crew we have here tonight. Hope you boys are all well.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Shout
Chris
out.
Dobbs said, what's up, guys?
My boy.
Dang.
Do you know
John-
McGavro?
Yeah, we actually play Little League Baseball together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And John Alex said, my guy Busy B Love in the house.
Yes, sir. Shout out John.
Okay. All right. Our peoples.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. So one question I would have for you, Ann.
It's always back to me.
It's back to you.
Let's hear it.
We have our dialogue.
Yes, we do.
This is no gospel here that I'm getting ready to give you. I'm just going to give you some truth right here.
Facts.
The running game is terrible, bro. I mean, I know Friday we talked about it, and you said he 4-something yards a carry.
4.6.
Stats aren't winning games though, bro. And those are like garbage yards in the end of a game. Like you said, first it's proven the first whole quarter you guys didn't run the ball.
First half of.
But what does that have to do with Singletary?
Because what I'm saying to you is, you guys have a stellar receiver in Diggs. Mm-hmm. The only way the passing game can be opened is if you have a run game. The run game is not there. We understand. So you can't force it down. What I'm saying is you can't force it down on to be passing, and then your quarterback's the number one rusher on your team. I mean, yeah, he did that in Wyoming, jumping over people and all that, but this is the NFL. He's going to take a bad hit. Then what?
Okay, but who's calling these plays, AJ? Because it's not
about the plays. I mean, have you ever seen Any Given Sunday? Willie Beeman went in there with plays, but he changed the plays when he got in the huddle. Because at the end of the day, you got to know your team. So what I'm looking at, because, my team is doing amazing, regardless if Zeke is not running good, we're fine. You guys need a running back. So what do you do?
So you're saying that if we had James Conner, that Dable would start calling run plays? That's what you're saying?
You guys need a line and a running back.
So then if we had a line and a running back, then he would start calling run plays? That's what you're telling me? Because that's my whole argument about this is we could have – I don't know what they're looking for out of these running backs to start calling run plays, but nothing's going to change in terms of our running game is if we're not running the ball.
Let me read some more of his comments. Okay. Alex Smith says, Allen and McDumbass are part of the play calling. Steve Bellick says, it is common to not run the ball in the first half. That's what he says to you, Joey.
Okay.
And he feels like I never hear of that. Alex Smith, I guess what he's saying to us is, hell no. Then he also says, the line isn't prepared for any type of running back.
I was going to say, do you think it's more the coaching, not calling the plays, or the offensive line not being able to block when they do run?
Our offensive line is more equipped for pass blocking.
Yeah,
Just the personnel.
Yeah.
Okay, we have those 5 guys who I do like, and I'm still curious on why Feliciano did not start yesterday and they had Butker start. I don't know if he just wasn't game ready, but they activated him, so I don't know. But when those 5 are out there, I feel like they are definitely top half of the league in terms of pass blocking. Josh, typically when they're out there, has time in the pocket.
I agree. Okay?
Run blocking, they're just it's not their strong suit.
Yeah.
They're just not good at creating holes. And I told him about this yesterday. Singletary, I've said this many times, never gets tackled by the first defender. He's one of the most elusive backs. He always makes the first guy miss. But if there's no hole to get into and he makes one guy miss, he's just getting back to the line. If there's a hole, he gets through it, then makes a guy miss. Now we're talking about 10, 15-yard gains.
Right.
So that's why I think our priority would be an interior lineman so that we could get someone who could start opening up our playbook so that we do call more running plays. Because I feel like we're wasting Singletary.
But I think even with like what AJ said, like to open up your pass game more, you have to have a running back to have confidence in to open up that run game. I agree that they need better linemen, but does it come down to Dable's confidence in Singletary? Does he have the confidence, like, all right, I'm going to give this back 2 opportunities to give us 5 to 6 yards, so that way, Allen, on 3rd and 4, it's a 3rd and manageable.
Joe, but what you just said, you keep pushing it back to the running backs. What about Dable's confidence in the offensive line?
And
why isn't nobody saying that? Why isn't nobody saying,
well,
Dable's not calling?
That's somebody here saying it's because the coaching and play calling. That's what somebody's saying. So you finally got somebody on your side saying it's the coaching and the play calling, but then he also said, but you guys are only prepared to block for 3 runs a quarter.
Just look what Saquon Barkley was able to do with the Giants his first year in the league. Now Saquon,
you know how much they paid on that for the offensive line, right?
Not the first year.
When they paid for Solzer?
His rookie year, bro. His rookie year, they had 1 solid lineman. The rest were like bottom 20 in passing. Or in blocking, like in terms of like pressures and dropbacks and shit like that. He was still able to solidify a great rookie campaign. So now I'm not saying that you guys have to go out and get somebody like Barkley, or I'm not asking
Has Saquon been good anytime recently?
After he tore his ACL, you're absolutely right. He hasn't. But for his rookie campaign, he had a great rookie campaign. Singletary, I'm not asking him to go beat Barkley, but he was able to do it with a mediocre offensive line.
Have you seen Singletary stats? Do you not remember what his rookie season was like?
I'm not talking about, but I'm talking about this season right now. This season right now.
Talk to me here.
This season right now.
Are you kidding me?
He was able to do it with no line.
You guys got to really start digging these comments. Check this out. Alex Smith again. He's going ham on your comments. Right?
Okay.
He's the hamburger commenter. They had Moss as healthy as scratch or whatever.
Healthy
weeks
scratch.
ago.
That's true.
Then had Matt Breida, the lead back, when Singletary and Moss were both healthy. They just don't know what they're doing to develop a run game. That's what he's saying.
No, that's true. You have it's all about rhythm.
I mean,
it's all about rhythm.
Yeah, you guys have. I mean, I hate to bring this up. I was at that cold game, but we saw how Belichick took 3 running backs, no names, and just kept rotating them.
Damian Harris.
I mean, but come on, bro.
No, the other two absolutely no names.
Okay, Damian Harris.
Damian Harris is going to be a solid running back in this league.
You said could.
He will be.
Give that some time.
He will be.
But you see how they were just mixing up. What do you think it would be a good thing for your Bills to mix up the run game a little bit more? If you want to run more, just mix up the backs maybe. I mean, because each back do different things, right?
I think if you just look at us calling plays, 95% of our calls are passing plays. So
you paid Josh Allen that money, bro. You gotta pass the ball. You paid him fucking $100 million. He threw the ball 50 times a game. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do, bro.
They paid Dak. They still run the ball.
Because they got one of the best fucking running backs in the league.
They pay Rodgers. Aaron Jones runs the ball. They paid Mahomes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire runs the ball. What are you saying to me? The Bills do not call run plays, period.
They don't have
it's not like Singletary. It's not like Singletary's getting 10 carries and he's only averaging, 2 yards a carry, and that's why. No, 0 carry. He didn't have any carries in the whole first half.
Yeah.
We started running the ball a little bit, still not as much as we should have, but a little bit, and we came back and
he went
to OT.
3 very good runs, bro. I'm not
So
saying
what are you telling me?
Because you need a game changer. You need a game-changing running back. I like Singletary as your RB2.
Just ignore him.
I like Singletary.
In what league do you have game changers at every position around? You can't afford to pay. You have Josh, you pay him. You got Diggs, you pay him.
Right.
You wanted to go heavy on receivers, you got Beasley, you pay Beasley. You draft Davis, you pay Sanders. You can't pay everybody.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You pay Deion Dawkins at left tackle. What is he?
I'm not saying go sign Zeke, bro. I'm not saying go sign fucking.
Steve-O.
So
All right, Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Steve
Don't
says
watch a lick of sports.
90% of the plays are passes, there isn't very much to run or spread the run. If 90%, sir.
So yeah, that goes back to opening up.
How could you get a rhythm as a running back? Let alone him saying spread it around between 3 backs. Not one of them is getting a rhythm.
You're not gonna like this one.
Who is it now?
Alex said they wasted money on Josh Allen. 50 plus throws and barely got 300 yards against a beat-down dog-wash secondary.
Oh, man.
Who's dog-wash secondary?
They want to know who's that dog-wash secondary.
Oh, Josh Allen?
Josh Allen's the truth, bro. I think he's going to be one of the best to ever do it for the... I mean, obviously, he's going to be the best Bills player.
Right.
He's going to be a top 10 QB in this league for the next 15 years. I say it every week.
Yeah, I guarantee.
I mean, he has more confidence. He's so confident as a quarterback that I've ever seen as far as, dropping the ball down and just running. You understand what I'm saying? He's not sliding. He's not running out of bounds. He's taking hits or he's jumping over you.
Yeah.
Period.
Thanks.
So I got a question, though, because I'm going to ask my question. Mm-hmm. Do the Bills make the playoffs or a wild card? And if they do make it, do they get knocked out in the first round?
Okay, I'll tell you like this. Ready for this? Ready right here?
Ready for this?
I'm doubling back on what I said before the season, and I say the Bills go to the Super Bowl.
Right now?
Against
You're saying
my Cowboys?
Right now.
Against my Cowboys?
I'm not saying against the Cowboys.
Say it here, bro. I'm telling you, say it.
I can't say if it's going to be the Cowboys. I think it's going to be, and I'm sorry to say this.
Arizona?
It's going to be, either the Rams or the Buccaneers. And that's what I said at the beginning of the year, and I'm sticking to that.
Right now
Craziest thing is what I said at the beginning of the year was Bills-Rams, too. I swear I did.
Thank you.
I can see it. I could see it still happening.
The Rams are one of the only teams at the deadline that went and bought. Like, they were buyers at the deadline.
Every
They brought
year at the
in
deadline.
Odell, and they brought in Von Miller.
But you guys should have took Von Miller.
That would have been crazy.
I think that you're absolutely right, because Von Miller, at this point in his career, we don't even need him to play every series, but on third down, bring him in and rush the passer, because we have nobody that's rushing the passer. Rousseau had a really good first quarter of the season. He had some sacks and made some big plays, but since then he's been quiet, and the rest of the D-line has been quiet. I mean, Oliver's, he's had good games, but like Jerry Hughes is one of my favorite Bills players. He's always going to be, but he hasn't done anything this year either. You know, so you're right, AJ. We should have got Von Miller, because that would have helped us tremendously, especially when you lose Trey White. Now there's more pressure on your secondary, but if the quarterback still has a lot of time, that's when Tom Brady picked our zone apart last night. Like you said, the middle of the field.
That's what
I'm
it was.
saying.
You had time.
If you have time like that, you're going to pick apart a zone, especially if you're the greatest quarterback of all time. So.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I was going to say, that's just what Brady does, though. Like, can't even be mad at it. I mean, you could get mad at it, but...
Yeah, no, but that's really what he does.
I've been mad at it my whole life.
As a Bills fan, yeah.
To be honest. But
I saw a stat yesterday. Brady's 33-3 against Buffalo.
Yeah,
and that's
crazy.
sickening.
That's crazy.
Sickening. That's just bad. He's got more wins probably in Buffalo than any other quarterback besides Josh Allen.
Yeah, probably.
okay.
No one else in that division really was doing anything.
Yeah, they've never.
You want to talk
Even though
about
I'm a
Dallas,
Jets
and then
fan.
we'll call it a show?
You're a Jets fan?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm a Jets
we
fan.
can talk about Dallas. I mean, you guys can talk about I'll chime in.
Okay.
But definitely talk about Dallas, because, I mean, we don't even got to talk about the offense. Just talk about the defense. How about
Okay.
that?
I will this is what I have to say about Dallas, and then you two can go at it. Basically,
You can go at it.
Dallas is still what I thought they were, a really good team. I think that Dallas has a chance to go to a Super Bowl. They wouldn't be my favorites right now, but Micah Parsons is one of the best defensive players in the league, period, not just rookie.
Yeah.
That's
Dude's a beast.
you cannot question that anymore.
Yeah.
And Dak has been struggling, but I still think Dak is a top 10.
Alex is funny, dude. Alex said, yo, I'm in these comments putting in OT. I got the time.
Damn.
Okay, so
He's funny. I
Dak
just had to tell you that.
Dak is the truth, even though he's been struggling. I don't think Dak's gonna,
Dak, no, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was so pissed off. Dak is becoming one of them quarterbacks that's just throwing the ball without paying attention. I don't know if you watched him yesterday.
Well, that second interception,
Was nowhere. Who were you throwing to?
Nobody.
Man?
that
And
guy
now-
was open like 2 seconds before, and
Now,
then
to me, I can agree with Joey when you're paying quarterbacks, right? If I'm paying you, you don't make stupid, simple mistakes like that. He didn't even look. He just threw the ball out there, which could have been detrimental to our game yesterday because they tried to come back, but our defense is what won the game for us.
Right.
So, outside of that, if he gets that together, clearly we don't need Zeke the rest of the season. Zeke's not doing anything for us, nor for my fantasy.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
First
So
round
if we
pick.
do go anywhere, it's because of our defense. But defense is what wins games. And our
No,
I
offense
agree
wins
with that.
games. Defense wins championships.
there it is.
That's a
Busy,
fact.
Busy.
I like that.
By far, Busy can come back as much as you can. Right, bro?
you have the blessing.
Yeah, I'm blessing you. You know what I mean? But to have Gregory, Lawrence, Armstrong, Parsons, to have a strong, dude, our defense is crazy right now.
Yeah, and I think, but on the
No
offensive
quarterback
side,
wants to see us, bro.
No.
No.
Cooper had a real good, nice little bounce back
come on, we
game.
talking about the coup.
I know, but I mean, he was injured and he's a little quiet. We need Cooper to do that.
And CD.
But I'm saying to take pressure off of CD, because CD's turning into the number one receiver. As much as I don't like to say it, because I like Cooper, CD's really the number one receiver over there now. That's the guy they go to in the crunch. But now Cooper takes some of that pressure off. Gallup's back.
I think that's
Zeke's
huge
banged
for your
up, but
guys'
he's still
offense.
playing through injury. And I think Dallas could win a playoff game or two, for sure. I would not be...
Don't say that just for me, yo.
I'm not. I have
Don't
no...
do that for me, you know?
I had them number one how many
Give you
weeks?
your blessings and all.
No,
Don't do
I
that
would
for me.
say I could see them in the NFC
Appreciate it.
Championship game. I really could.
And they're gonna lose to Green Bay, so that's all right.
Oh, Green Bay, that's...
I forgot he's in Green Bay.
Man, Aaron Rodgers is.
Shout out to Green Bay. Green Bay's balling.
Yeah, although,
But they always do this in the season.
yeah,
When
That's
they go to
facts.
playoffs.
Watching the Bears game on Sunday, the only critique that I really had for the Green Bay Packers is let's go to all the big plays. They just let up so many big plays against the Bears, and those are like momentum-changing plays. The kick return, the 63-yard run or whatever. Like, it's not. I just feel like if they shorten up those, they still won. They still handled the Bears, but like that's the one critique because those are like I said, they're momentum-changing plays, and we saw it in the Dallas game. Like you get that momentum, like Washington almost came back. And like they made it a game. You know what I mean? So, but that was a momentum thing. Like they had a couple of good, 3 and outs. They had the turnover. Like that momentum changed. So for Green Bay, I'd like to see them give up less big plays and keep the momentum on their side. But like Sunday was like Aaron Rodgers is gonna win MVP. Like it's gonna be down to him and Tom Brady. And I was talking to somebody at the mall today. Tom Brady's got 10 picks, so he'll probably finish the season with maybe like 12. Maybe 11, 12. He'll probably to say that Tom Brady won't throw a pick in the next 4 games. Like he could definitely do that, but he might throw 1 or 2 more. You know what I mean?
Busy, who's your MVP right now? Rodgers or Brady?
I like Brady better.
Yeah. That's my pick.
That's fair. He's 44 years old. He's 44. He's going out there, Tampa. Like they showed signs of weakness a couple of weeks. And not like weakness like they were losing games. But weakness like they were struggling against bad teams, and they were still winning games. So I took them. They bumped down in my top 10. But Brady is Brady's doing his thing. So it's between them two for me though for sure. Mm-hmm. With everything else that's happened this year.
AJ, what about you? Brady or Rodgers right now?
I'm gonna give it to Rodgers.
Okay.
Give it to Rodgers just because I don't want to be the monotony of Brady. Mm-hmm. But we gotta also look at what Rodgers is playing with. He really don't have a big receiver, not like that. Adams is cool.
Oh, what? Are you crazy? Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league. Are you nuts?
Not the best receiver.
Are you nuts?
Who better than?
Nobody's better than him. You're absolutely right.
I don't think Adams is the better receiver in the league. This is my opinion. Still got some football left. I mean, if you look at what the hell Kyler Murray and D-Hop is doing right now.
D-Hop's my favorite player in the whole league.
That's my favorite receiver.
He's nasty.
I'm not saying that D-Hop doesn't have a good case for best receiver, but he missed 3 weeks. He missed 4 weeks.
For what he's doing, he needs to be. I'm saying I'm giving it to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Give me that. I'm not a fan of Adams, so I'm not gonna toot his horn.
Okay, I mean I get that, but
he's good.
Top 5 receiver in the league.
Definitely
top 5.
He's definitely top 5.
Okay, top 3. Top 3. Then your top 5's wrong. I'm sorry.
Give me 4.
It's still wrong.
Okay.
Still wrong. There's no way.
That's just me.
No, it's that's valid.
It's your opinion.
Yeah, no.
That's a hot take, but
super hot take. That's boiling hot right there. That's
Alex said I'm drinking hen dog. Probably am, Alex.
There you go.
Probably.
So let's we're gonna wrap it up. We always do these check-ins at the end of every episode.
Wait a minute.
Yo.
I got one more comment. This is a new person.
Okay.
We gotta give him his.
All right, let's hear it.
His duvet.
Duvet?
Duvet.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Money
Shout out.
combo. You gotta include Jonathan Taylor.
I said that 2 weeks ago. I said that 2 weeks ago.
What he's done this year in the history, he's on pace to create at the R&B position.
I said that 2 weeks ago because he's already at 2 weeks ago he was already at 1,000 yards rushing. So no, it was 2 weeks ago because we didn't do last week's show here, right? Yeah. It was 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago I said that he should be in there, and that was coming fresh off of the Colts game, right? Mm-hmm. So I think Jonathan Taylor should definitely be in that conversation for sure, but I don't think he can win it over Brady or Rodgers unless he rushes, unless he has like a Dalvin Cook game and rushes for 240 with fucking 3 tubs like 2 more times. You know what I mean? But he definitely is like number 3 on that list right now in terms of MVP because he's fucking hooping. If it wasn't for Carson Wentz, the Colts would be fucking unstoppable. But Carson, we've talked about it week after week. Carson Wentz is dog shit, absolute dog shit.
Okay, so Duvet, thank you for chiming in, and you're right. I'm glad that you brought that to the show because Jonathan Taylor definitely deserves a lot of respect.
Absolutely.
But now Joey's just talking nonsense. So let's get back to what I was saying.
It's consistent nonsense. So if he wants to call it nonsense, it's consistent. Check the receipts. There's never an episode that I don't bring up Carson Wentz being a fucking scrub. Okay. He's a fucking scrub. I'll prove it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all the numbers that you say.
Okay.
Fuck all your numbers. I don't care.
All right.
What's the record right now?
They call me
all right then. All right.
What was that? the Joy other commercial stat that.
Stat that, yeah. If anybody's ever heard anybody say stat that, there's a commercial that comes on every Sunday when me and Swizz watch football. He's like, yo, did you stat that? Yo, you statted that. Yo, you stat that, right? I've never once heard anybody say, yo, stat that. So please, if you've ever heard anybody use it in just regular conversation, please let me know, because I've never once heard that shit before. Never once.
So before we get into our check-in, how do you feel about mental health? And, we always talk about it. Men don't like to talk about it. We don't like to show that side. And I know that, like you said, you put your emotions to paper.
Right.
So just generally, mental health and us as men, how do you feel about it? What's your stance? Talk to me.
Super important. Number one on my list, like, first thing you got to do is make sure you're straight before you could worry about anything else, If you're not in the right mind place, how are you going to be able to do anything, So, like, for me, that's honestly the most important thing, like, in general, like, got to be your top priority.
So, I know you and your girl probably, obviously help each other 8 years, obviously. Sure. But I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, your circle and guys, do you have a best friend? Do you have a tight circle? Like, do you talk to them about serious stuff? Or you still, like, keep it real tight, just, like, you and your girl, maybe your family? Like,
no, I definitely talk with my guys. Like I said, like, my core friend groups are, like, guys from middle school, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Friends that I've had for 10+ years. So we definitely check in on each other all the time and make sure, like, especially around this time of year, like, this when, like, you don't hang out with everybody as much, I feel like, because, like, everyone's got to do their own thing. It's winters, too. There's not too much to do. Mm-hmm. So, like, this is the most important time of year to do stuff like that. So, yeah, we definitely talk about that stuff all the time.
That's good that you guys check on your people. So we're going to do our check-in, and we'll start with you, because you're our guest. Yes, so sir. We do how you doing emotionally, financially, physically, and mentally, like where you're at out of 10. Each category.
What was the first one? Just going
emotionally.
Like emotionally?
Yeah.
I've been feeling great lately. Like, very good. Like, I'm, like, highest up I've been, I feel like,
Okay, that's
great. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's great to hear.
And then what was next?
You're good. Financially, how you
Financially, doing? we getting back up there.
Yeah.
COVID drive messed me up a lot. Like, mm-hmm. I was in the fire academy 2 different times during it, like, up and down, like, going good and then not, and then nothing, and then, right now I've been doing pretty good lately.
That's good. Okay, mm-hmm. And then personally, physically.
Physically, I mean, I fell off from the gym a little bit, but my diet's been good. Like, February, when I first started the fire academy, I was 295. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like between like 255, 260 right now.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, I don't have a car right now because I got in an accident a couple months ago in September. My car is still in arbitration and shit. Like, mad crazy shit going on with that. But that's kind of cut down like my gym a little bit. But still, like, I've been keeping my diet right. So
what gym you rock with?
I go to Crunch in Tonawanda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
So then,
mentally,
mental health, straight up.
Great lately.
Yeah.
Lately, probably the best state I've been in, and I just been trusting myself a lot more lately, like every decision I want to make for myself, I've been doing that, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like that is, like, a huge part, like, super important. You got to do that. Like I've been saying, I'll keep saying, if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to believe in you, so you got to. So, mentally and spiritually, all that, like, everything just been great lately, so.
Good. That's good, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. To hear.
For sure, thank you.
There's so many times we'll both be on the up and ups, or one of us will be in the dumps, one of us won't be. So, Pesci, where you at right now?
So I'm kind of in one of those moods right now. Last week I was feeling really good. Emotionally, I feel like I'm sitting at like an 8 out of 10. I'm still feeling good emotionally. Mentally though, I'm slipping. I'm not gonna lie. I'm down. Probably down by like a 6 out of 10 right now. I got some shit going on, but we getting there. Like you said, the ups and downs, and I'm just trying to get through.
It out. Stay strong.
Yes, it's the holiday season and shit, so I feel like that plays a lot of it. Physically, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the first day that I am not walking in my walking boot. I had surgery.
Isn't that a boot though?
That is the
all right, so I got my Yims on, but as far as a walking boot, so this is the first day that I've actually walked around in 2 sneakers since September 29th. So I feel good, really good physically. Financially, in the lowest place that I've been in the last 4 months, but I've been waiting to post a picture, but this is the best time to tell everybody. I bought a new car last week.
Let's go. Schwipper.
Your boy got a 2018. I'm not going to elaborate as to what it is because I don't want nobody pulling up on me. But, I got a nice new car, so, I put a nice chunk of change down on it. So financially, I'm a little low right now, but
spend money to make money.
Yeah, that'll go back up. That'll go back up. So all in all, I feel good. But yeah, I could definitely work on it mentally. But all in all, I feel pretty good today. So
yeah,
what you feeling? Where you at? Because this dude's been up, down, it's been left, right. I don't know. I'm his best friend. He don't tell me shit. I don't know.
Jeez. Emotionally, I'm probably like an 8. I've kind of come to terms with where I'm at in terms of relationships and different things. I'm just kind of like I finally come to terms with that. Physically, I'm 9. I'm probably the best shape I've been in years.
That's a fact.
Financially, I'm doing all right. I'm about to spend like probably all of us spend a lot of bread on Christmas just because I've got kids and stuff like that I'm gonna probably spoil. So, but that's like the car thing. Like it's kind of investment. Like, I feel like that's stuff you got to do, and it's, I'm not gonna regret those type of
accord for Christmas. Like you plan for Christmas.
So that's gonna happen. My last day of work is the 23rd, so I'll have the holidays to just spend time with family before I look into a new career path and stuff like that. But mentally, every day's a struggle. Not gonna lie, but I will say, kind of what Busy said, and I'm starting to trust myself a little bit more. Where I would always second guess and then go into a spiral, is I'm starting to trust myself. Like, now there's a reason for this. There's you should be doing this.
Definitely.
So I definitely felt that when you said that. Bro. So I would say I'm getting more like I was in like the 6s for a while. I'm probably like getting up to 7, 8.
Honestly, I like that.
I'm trusting myself
and
doing stuff like that. So, but yeah, I just always bring it to the table because not a lot of people do, and it
that's
really
dope.
Makes you unique.
When I seen that, I'm like, oh yeah, these boys know what they're doing. That's right.
I appreciate that, bro.
Right there, for sure.
Yeah, and it's different, and I say it every week. I'm gonna say it again. We do this for you guys. We do this for you guys. There's no personal agenda. I personally want more sports content. You guys need better sports content as sports viewers, as people who enjoy sports, and we, as Swizz and Pesci, and every guest that we have, are going to bring that to you weekly, and that is a fact. And the mental health check-in, again, I'll say it again, if you guys need anything, reach out to us. You need somebody to talk to, you need just advice, whatever it is, that's what we're here for. That's why we do these mental health check-ins, because it's not just for us. As much as you say that men don't talk about it enough, nobody talks about it enough. There's not enough people that talk about really how important mental health is and how important being solid mentally is. So if anybody's struggling, again, reach out to us. I have no problem sitting and helping anybody out in terms of advice, talking, listening, whatever it is. Hit us up for real, guys, because we do this for y'all, for real.
I second that. You can also hit me up as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Good shit, bro, yeah.
Yeah, before we close, shout out to my boy AJ, always looking out. Shout out Everything Rags to Riches. He always laces us up, look good.
Get us right every week.
And, it's not just clothes, it's not just haircuts, it's a movement. And, we always bring that mentality to our show and in our lives, and he's always been helping me and you for a lot of years. And shout out to Busy for coming on, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.
So much.
Absolutely a pleasure.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Having you on, bro. You're a friend of the show. We support you. Anything you got going on, always.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Always support our own.
Y'all boys too.
We appreciate you,
yes, sir.
bro. Swizz and Pesci and Swizz.
And Busy.
Yeah.